Hey, what's going on YouTube, man? It's one of my favorite channels. They Will Kill You. They talk about animals that'll kill you. Obviously, tourist attractions to avoid. A lot of different things that'll kill you in life, man. But it's one of my favorite channels, and I wanted to react to this one. 10 risky tourist attractions to avoid. I've been watching these folks for a long time, man. They Will Kill You on YouTube. Let's get it.
Number 10. Ijen Volcano. The Ijen Volcano complex in Indonesia.
Who visits a volcano, bro? I would never visit no volcano. I'm not trying to visit no Grand Canyon. I'm not trying to visit no volcano. I'm not trying to visit no desert. You know, really not trying to go in the middle of the ocean. Uh, I ain't trying to be nowhere where no avalanches can happen, bro. I'm human. I can go. You feel me? Like no, no, not no.
It features the world's largest, highly acidic crater lake. It's turquoise colored and has a high concentration of sulfuric acid. The lake is a source for a local river and wreaks havoc on downstream ecosystems due to its metallic and acidic content. After a 2-hour guided hike that takes place during the night, visitors will reach the rim of the Ijen crater. It's there that they'll be treated to stunning displays of blue fire, with flames that can reach up to 16 feet high. The blue fire is actually ignited sulfuric gas, which seeps from the cracked rock at staggering temperatures of up to 1,112 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a remarkable sight, but it's also worth noting that such heat can consume human flesh almost immediately.
See why I said I wouldn't be there? See why I said I wouldn't be there? I like these hands, feet, eyes. I need it all, bro. I don't get it.
Locals engage in the hazardous activity of sulfur mining. The material, which turns bright yellow as it cools, is carried from the crater's rim and down the mountain.
You hear that? Sulfur mining. The locals. Folks don't be wanting to work at no Mickey D's, no Walmart, no warehouse. Folks don't want to work, but you got people in other states, countries, my bad, other countries that's going in volcanoes, bro, picking up their stuff. Crazy.
Mountain to a sulfur refinery. Miners are often insufficiently protected and suffer burns as well as numerous respiratory afflictions. Number 9. 10 Courts of Hell. The Haw Par Villa in Singapore houses numerous statues and
You see how they all like over in like Asia? It's crazy stuff going on over there, bro. You might want to stay like in the North America part. It be, you know what I'm saying? But you go a little west,
giant dioramas depicting scenes and elements from Chinese mythology. The best known and scariest of all its displays is the 10 Courts of Hell. Similar to the circles of hell in Dante's Inferno, the 10 Courts presents versions of hell for specific sins, as they're described in Chinese and Buddhist mythology. The dioramas are unsettling, detailed scenes depicting torture.
now I ain't gonna hold you. This might sound weird, but I visit a place like this. I'm into history, you know what I'm saying? I'm into history. They ain't done explaining it. It may be haunted, so folks may not visit, but I'm into history, man. I like to see what, you know what I'm saying, what was going on back in the days.
And punishment. Those who've caused physical harm are thrown into a volcanic pit, while robbers are frozen into blocks of ice. In the third court, the ungrateful have their hearts cut out, and drug traffickers are grilled on copper pillars. Those guilty of fraud are struck with a stone mallet, while those who've plotted death are thrown onto a hill of knives. The punishments go on to include people having their tongues pulled out, being boiled alive, sawed in half, or otherwise dismembered. Number 8. Trolltunga. Trolltunga, which translates as Troll Tongue, is a cliff found in Norway's Ullensvang municipality. It extends horizontally from the mountain, 2,300 feet above the side of a lake. To put
Bruh, 2,300 feet. You jump off of that? That's like jumping off like Empire State Building or something, bro. Just smacking the ground, bro. Like, you'll probably pass out and die before you hit the ground, bro.
Put that height into perspective, it's roughly twice as tall as the Eiffel Tower. Trolltunga has become a national icon and a major tourist attraction in the area. A round trip to the cliff requires a difficult 10-hour hike through rough terrain. There's no shelter nor any places to buy supplies from. The demanding climb may feature snow, fog, jagged rocks, and there's no safety railing, so as not to damage the cliff's natural beauty. There's an average of 40 rescues performed annually on the route. In 2015, a 24-year-old Australian woman fell to her death 1,000 feet during the hike. Once on Trolltunga, thrill seekers will sometimes risk their lives for the perfect photo by doing handstands, hanging from the cliff, or sitting too close to the edge.
Bro. Who does that, bro?
Number 7. Killing Caves. The Killing Caves of Phnom Sampho are a former execution site for the Khmer Rouge. This is the common name for members of the Communist Party of Kampuchea and for the regime itself. Under the totalitarian rule of Pol Pot, the regime massacred hundreds of thousands of perceived political enemies. In just 4 years, from 1975 to 1979, the Khmer Rouge was responsible for genocide, widespread famine, and disease. At Sampho Hill, victims were executed on the rim of skylight openings atop the cave and then thrown inside. Today, the caves echo their past horror and desolation. There are remnants of war artillery and an incomplete Buddha statue. At the base of the trail leading up to the caves, there's an old glass memorial containing the bones of those killed by the Khmer Rouge. Number 6. Nagoro. Nagoro is a village found on the island of Shikoku in the Tokushima prefecture of Japan. It's become a tourist attraction due to the fact that it's populated by more life-size dolls than people. After leaving the village when she was...
Bro. You know how scared I would be, bro? I've been in Japan, too. I lived in Japan for about, I want to say, like, a year. I was in Okinawa, though. Pretty nice. I'll get into that, you know what I'm saying? In the future, you can probably go down in the comment section and ask me what I was doing in Japan. I'll let y'all know. But, bro, you walking around and you seeing life-size dolls. There's more life-size dolls than people. You had to put me right back on that flight, bro. Look at those two dudes. Look at that couple. You had to put me right back on the flight. I'm out.
Was a child, artist Tsukimi Ayano returned in the early 2000s to take care of her father. The population had already massively declined by then and the village looked deserted. Ayano first made a doll in her father's likeness and placed it in a field. She then created hundreds of others, which were placed in realistic poses throughout the village. Some were exclusively products of her imagination, but many resembled present or past residents. Other villages were inspired by Ayano's project. The school, which closed down in 2012, presently houses a larger number of dolls. The village's dolls vastly outnumber its human population, which, according to a 2019 census, stands at only 27. Many will undoubtedly find the Nagoro doll village fascinating, but for anyone suffering from pediophobia, which is the fear of dolls, the village is a living nightmare.
They gotta get their money too.
Number 5. Akodesewa Fetish Market. Found in Togo's capital city, the Akodesewa Fetish Market features numerous items to be used in voodoo rituals. A fetish in the context of...
Hey, that voodoo stuff's real. I ain't never done it, never partaken, however you say it. But I'm Haitian and I done heard some things, man.
These spiritual practices can be God, but also material, animal, plant, or human. It's imbued with power by the rituals, and Akodesewa is the largest market for talismans and charms. Voodoo, or Voodoo, is believed to have originated in West Africa and then taken by captives to the Caribbean and South America. It was there that it mixed with Roman Catholicism to form a hybrid religion. The central belief is that every being, whether alive or dead, is potent and divine. While locals and those familiar with voodoo regard the market as a place of necessity, visitors will almost certainly experience a culture shock. There are bones from primates, hippos, boa constrictors, or powders made from various animals. Hyena, leopard, and crocodile heads are available for purchase. There are also numerous skins, horns, and teeth. The stench alone has been described by some as overwhelming. Aside from the abundance of dead animal items, there are also voodoo priests that visitors can consult regarding personal matters or various health conditions. Number 4. Plastinarium. Between 1977 and 1982, Dr. Gunther von Hagens devised a unique and controversial embalming technique called plastination. It essentially involved extracting most of the water from a cadaver's tissues and replacing it with synthetic polymers that preserved it in perpetuity as an anatomical model. Von Hagen's models don't smell or decay and even retain some properties of their original tissues. Some, however, have described them as being rather unsettling to look at, since plastination involves taking away a model's skin to reveal the underlying tissues. Human and animal specimens were grouped under the Body World's traveling exposition, which became massively popular.
I ain't gonna lie. I would probably visit that I ain't no weirdo, but just to see, like I said, I like history. I also like science too. So I would like to see like what's under my skin and like the muscles and how they attach. But knowing that those are real people.
In the city of Guben, Germany, the Plastinarium was open to offer visitors a step-by-step guide of the plastination process, as well as to display the final result. It contains a wide array of human and animal specimens. Since he first started implementing it.
See, that's like some stuff you would only see on like Google, CGI, generated, you know what I'm saying? A freaking computer generated image. I feel like this is real.
His technique, von Hagens has become a polarizing figure. Controversies range from consent and import laws to ethical and religious concerns regarding the display of cadavers. Number 3. Sedlec Ossuary.
Real dead people.
The Sedlec Ossuary is a small chapel found beneath the Cemetery Church of All Saints in the Czech Republic. It's one of the country's most visited attractions, with close to 250,000 tourists reported each year. The bones of up to 70,000 people were artistically arranged to form the chapel's decorations. A massive chandelier hangs in the center, and it contains at least one of every bone in the human body. Strings of skulls drape the vault. Chalices are made from femurs, and there are also skull mounds leading up to the altar. During the 14th century, the combination of war and the Black Plague led to thousands being buried in the cemetery. At the turn of the century, a Gothic church was built and the lower chapel was used as a storage space for the remains unearthed during construction. In the 19th century, an aristocratic family commissioned carpenter František Rindt to arrange the bone piles in the chapel. Rindt's artistic creativity took hold, and that's how the macabre ossuary gained its current form. The artist's signature, also made from bones, can be seen near the chapel's entrance. Today's topic was requested by Tormega. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below.
Hey, I'm Talon, and this is Rumpus, and I'm going to show you how to start an online t-shirt business. Let's go. First, go to shop.
Number 2. Ordovician Theme Park. China's Wansheng Ordovician Theme Park features what's arguably the greatest concentration of sky-high attractions in the world. There's a glass footbridge bridge, the world's longest, that extends roughly 260 feet from a cliff's edge and which is suspended 400 feet above the rocky landscape. To compare, that's almost as high as the Pyramid of Giza. There's also a swing on the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff that is operated by park staff and which launches visitors to vertigo-inducing views of the dizzying drop below. They can also walk across the ledges of a gap bridge that rises hundreds of feet above the ground.
So, I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 5'10", 5'11", 5'11 and a half on a good day, you know what I'm saying? But don't think I'm doing that, bro. I don't think I'm doing that, bro. No. She looked like her leg, like, just barely what got there, bro.
Before we move on, official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com. It's out of this world.
I like that design.
Number 1.
It's a fire design.
Ponari Castle. Ponari Castle in Romania is known as the former home of Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad Dracula. He was the ruler of a region in the country called Wallachia. During the Middle Ages, he would...
I told you I know a little something about history, bro. He probably already gonna say it, but this nigga used to like stick like big old stakes and poles through people, bro. And how you like, you know what I'm saying? It's coming through your back area, pole coming out your mouth, bro. How you like surrounded around his castle, bro.
would come to be associated with vampire lore as the source of inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. The main reason for that was Vlad's infamous cruelty. It was said that he loved the sight of blood, and he'd impale his enemies, creating horrific displays in the fields of Wallachia. Based on historical sources, Vlad was responsible for gruesome torture and mass murders. To reach Ponari Castle, which mostly lies in ruins, one must climb close to 1,500 stairs. Visitors who spent the night in the castle have reported strange and unsettling phenomena. Even in the hottest months, the temperature...
I'm probably not. Why you spending the night, bro? 1,500 stairs up. I chill for like a few hours to get my pictures. You know, maybe a little YouTube video. Got my little stand. Hey, but spending the night, we out of there.
Temperature inside is much lower. The smell of rotten flowers, even though there are none in the area, fills the air at night, and visitors have experienced bizarre nightmares and the feeling of being watched. In at least one instance, a man reported having bite marks on his body without actually being physically assaulted. Thanks for watching. Would you rather spend a week in Dracula's castle or cross the Ordovician Park's Gap Bridge without a harness? Let us know in the comments section below.
I would do none of them, but it's your boy Tony 3 times, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want me to react to next, man. And we back at it, baby.